What's going on, Full Circle Nation? The project of the day is cutting up this bed so that way the angle that's right here is not as steep, and so that we can get mowers up and down without them scraping, and it'll be a lot easier. And then also, if we come around this side and look, if you see which way this is, it's long ways. So when you try to drive a mower up it like this, it slips. So we have to get a new gate on here. But definitely, the first step is going to be to get a new to redo this angle here. So I have to basically make up like a cut here and cut all across the inside, and then jack up this back piece so that way it's taller, and then reweld everything. So it's gonna be fun. All right, YouTube, it is the next day, and we have the same truck here, and we're working on the same project. So far what I've done is on both sides I've cut off this piece down here to give us some room to come up just to see if it works. Then I have to figure out how tall we actually want to make it, and then cut to there. Detached all of this expanded metal under here. Actually, you can see this one really well. So cut this, you can see the light on the other side. And then if you look under this one as well, this had to be completely severed because it's lower, so it won't bend if it's connected. And did all these as well, all the way down. And then same thing on the other side. So on this side did the same thing. As you can see, had to cut little access holes in here to get the inside of each one of those, because those are really well done. They're nice because it's part of the whole frame of the truck bed. And yeah, so now if I come up here, you look down there, I'll down there when I jump, it actually gets really close and hits it. So we just have to get this jack under here, weld the jack to the ramp, jack it up to the height we want, and then re-weld the ramp on probably these top bars first, and then get the frame, the new pieces in there. And yeah, it should be pretty good. All right, so quick update on how it's going. As you can see, we've gotten it bent up. I have the jack under here welded. Welded that and welded it to the trailer, or the truck, because that's what we do here. And then I got the old mower blade, grinded off some of the paint, and then welded it to here to hold it up on this side. Same thing on the other side with another old mower blade, because I don't want to waste metal, because it's kind of expensive. So now the gate angles changed slightly. Like if we look compared to earlier, this is definitely wider. Moved a little bit. And basically now what I'm going to go do is go pick up another truck with the mower, so that way I can, somehow scoot this truck forward, put a mower up on top of it, and then just see how this angle plays out, and if I need to put like a pallet underneath of the jack so I can go even higher, because the jack was as tall as it went, and it went up a little bit, but it didn't go all the way up to, where I had cut or thought it might be. So yeah, let's go pick up a mower and all right, so after some relatively painful negotiations, we got this to where we needed it. As you can see, the crack there is a little bigger, and that's all the way down. And then we just, because this top row is I think it's 1/4 inch, 1.5 inch angle iron, so it can hold this up a little bit. We welded a mower blade up here, down there. And now we tested it with the mower, feels good. And this is actually not an ideal surface because it's not flat. It does give it a disadvantage. It makes this angle sharper than it usually would be. But yeah, so this is what we're looking at. And that's the mower we've been testing on. And yeah, basically now I just have to cut out, I think I'm going to cut out some steel to go under this piece here, weld it up, and then close that gap with the welder. And then, yeah, basically same thing on the other side for these two big frame pieces. In the middle, I don't know if you can see in the middle there, but my hand's not messing it up, but in there's a gap. Actually, I'll show you underneath. There's a gap here. So see that gap? We have to close that gap up. Once again, probably just going to, I'm not actually sure exactly how to fix that, but I think we're just going to go throw a mower blade under, throw a mower blade on top, and then weld the middle up. But this is just for legally we have to have it, because it's like shows this is an extension of the frame rail of the truck, because this is not a removable thing. So we just legally have to have the frame of the truck out. So this is not super important, whereas these on the outside are what's bearing a lot of the weight. And I mean, literally we can drive the mower up and down with just these supports on the sides. So I'm really not worried about it, because these aren't even fully welded. So once these are fully welded, the sides are fully welded, the insides are fully welded, and all of these little rows are welded up, because I cut those as well, then this will be really safe. And here is my lovely jack that's no longer going to be the same, because now it has this welded to it. But all right, so quick update. Just put one of these in. So I don't know if you can see, this is its own little piece here. I'll flip the camera so you can see it better. Put this piece in, and then welded the crap out of this. I know it's super pretty, but this was a really big gap, so it works. And then, welded this under here. I have to weld the other side as well, and then do the other side of All right, so quick update. Basically, got this whole mower blade, welded onto here. We try to reuse stuff. Got this side welded up as well. Same thing, got a piece under there. Got, as you can see, these welded up, that welded up with the mower blade there for code. Not the best. If it was weight bearing, I wouldn't do that, but it's just there for code. Oh, and then got the holes I made covered up. As you can see, got these welded as good as I could. And then, yeah, now we just have to try to put the gate up. Oh, and I got those the bars there as well. I welded those back. So now I just got to try to get this gate up and have the lock work again, which is we've officially made it back to the yard, and it's a little windy, so sorry, but looks good. This is the end result. So a little bit of an angle change. It's very slight, but that definitely part there used to be down a lot more. And yeah, hopefully this leads to a fantastic mowing season. We might rebuild this whole tailgate, but it's going to be a little bit of work. I want to see if we can get another one of this thing back working again, and then see if we could just make it work, because it did work for most of the spring. It just this side broke, and then we were having the braking issues. So if we could just buy each one and then buy extras, we should probably be fine. And yeah, so that's this side, and then yeah, everything got welded up. Got a little bit of paint, but then ran out, so we'll have to get some more paint. But super stoked, and yeah, the truck's ready to go for the season.